Okay, Coach, so the folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Cleveland Browns. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Go!
50. 180. Yo. 57's the mic. 50.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Hey, alert.
49. Mike, 49.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out of practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, watch it.
Off the play fake. Schaefer under pressure, and they got to him again. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Crunch. Hatch it.
On second down, Eckler. Got some real estate inside the 30. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
X3, 218, jump.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, No flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Keep playing hard.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
To throw, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
Desmond King on the return. The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready to break.
The Charger drive about to get going. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You gotta get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Set up. 8-3.
44 is the mic. Watch the pass.
From the gun, Schaefer. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Here we go. Here we go.
Spot.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
You got it.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
2nd and 6. Going deep here for Allen. It's caught inside the 25. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
On first down, Mack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Watch the curl.
Looking to throw. Schaefer on the screen. This is Eckler. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully they'll be kicking extra points instead.
The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. From the gun, Mayfield. The open man is Smith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He completes it to Jones. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. 6-0 our score after 1. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield complete to Jones. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland 1st. And you can bet they're going to lean on him quite a bit, obviously. They did last week. It was over 100 yards. Also, AFC Player of the Week is announced Wednesday.
And until they take that away, I would continue to lean on him. Try and have another award for him, one in this game. But when you look back at last week, and you saw how he was able to find holes in the defense, but it's also the run after the catch. That's what made it impressive.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I got him.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday press it a little bit. This might be the case.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Safety's creeping.
Operating from the gun, Schaefer. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
They'll run on first down. It's Mack, and he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now this throw caught left side, and they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards the pickup there. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll run here with Eckler. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable. Yeah,
they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now a run with Mack. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Marlon Mack, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Yeah, and he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed it. Now Mayfield lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run it. It's Mack. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That Backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
It's going to be a long day. Fofo's and Mike. Mike's Fofo.
From the gun, Schaefer. He'll get this to Eckler. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
A gain of 15. First down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
That's it, baby.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Mike, 53.
Draw play, it's Eckler. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Here's 2nd and 8. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Here we go again. Here we go again. 44, 44. Mike, 44. Push him back. Push him back.
Operating from the gun, Schaefer looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And his kick is good. And the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mayfield to throw it. This is the tight end, Njoku.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
King. Let's go tight end. Let's go right here now. 49's the Mike. Watch 40. Hey, alert 33. Man. Mike's 49.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. He'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Run.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime you eclipse 100 yards rushing, you deserve the acclaim that comes with it. and he got it. AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week.
And wasn't up around 200, wasn't a crazy, crazy game, but very good, solidly in that driver's seat to win that award, and he did. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down.
Let's get off the field.
Now Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go, let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Off play action. Schaefer. He completes this one to Mack. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be a third and about 13. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
A pass down the middle is fought for and hauled in. He got 29 yards that time. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Schaefer. Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
On first down, Mack. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on first down. It's Mack, able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You don't want to see me.
Back to throw. Schaefer. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Dalton Schultz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 40.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Jerry Tillery forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Mayfield now from the 50. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead.
Yes, yes.
On the ground, it's Mack. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Set. 60 outlaw.
I got him.
Ready.
From the gun, Schaefer. That's going to be caught by Samuel. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Watch the curls.
On 3rd and 2, Schaefer. Open man, it's Allen. And he's taken down inside the 30. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. The 40, the 30, 10, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Following the interception, Mayfield complete at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now left side on the swing pass. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Off the play fake. Schaefer taking a shot for Samuel. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Curtis Samuel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range, and guess what? They've got a shot.
A nice run on 1st down gets him 6 yards to the 31. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now this is Callaway on the receiving end, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
To throw, Mayfield. Now this one complete to Smith. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Mike Spofo. Blue Dan.
Following the fumble recovery, Schaefer. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Kill.
Ready?
Staying on the ground with Mack. Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. From the red zone now, Mayfield. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Jerry Tillery able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, Mayfield. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll run here with Mack. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
You got nothing.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again.
Let's go.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or 2 if you have to. Just go down, inbounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 41. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Let's get this all day.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Check 26. 44. Mike, 44.
On 1st and 10, Schaefer. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now, last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. 1 play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Mayfield down. He sets up the screen to Jones. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
All day, defense.
A run for Nick Chubb, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short game. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Throwing, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Let's go, D.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Jones. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, They've got to pay it off with some points.
That's taken in by Callaway. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the point right. My God.
And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it third and goal.
Check 52's the mic.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Down. 15, Lonnie. 15 Lonnie.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for our visitors, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, there will be no perfect season here as the win streak to start the year ends at 11. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.